All right, hello everyone and welcome back to Cause Streams TV. We are done week 16, and like the title says, I started blasting, but not only because I started blasting on an arcane mage, we also blasted up some IO on the monk, some iLvels on the monk, and we have significantly nice prog on Mythic Queen and Serac. So we're going to jump in and talk about all of those things here in just a minute. But first, I want to mention that with this reset, we are now done the 20th anniversary event for World of Warcraft. So I really hope you guys took any extra bronze you had left and actually used it on some of the caches that give you the time warped badges. For every 25 bronze, you were getting 500 of the time walking badges. For me, after collecting these for so long, I've been buying the mounts like crazy now every time the time walking event comes around. So I am actually short on these badges. So I'm glad that I got to buy a whole bunch of these and restock for the next round of mounts that come, because I still need a few of those mounts as well. All right, so let's just jump right into it. I want to start talking about the monk, and I want to start talking about some of the increases we've gotten in both iLevel and our IO score, because I am very excited. We've made some changes. Let's jump into his item level. We started at 636.56 going into week 16, and we are ending the week at 638.08. I am very happy with that 2 item level increase, because I think we're reaching that cap now where we're not going to see many more upgrades. But what are some of the things that we did? So I finally bit the bullet and I decided that I'm going to craft my weapon, because I was running with a 626 weapon and I wasn't getting it out of the vault. I decided to finally craft it. This weapon alone was a 11k DPS increase. So that is the first upgrade we did. The second one, of course, is our ring. We got it up another 4 item levels to 649. And then, as we saw just from our vault, we got the hands last week, right? So overall 638.06, almost a 2 eye level increase. I'm very happy with where the monk is sitting when it comes to his eye level. I'm really hoping this week the key thing that I need out of the vault is a Mad Queen's Mandate. Even at heroic, it's better than what I have now. And then, of course, if we can get either the weapon from Arakara or the last item we need, which is a back to finish the achievement for the Gilded Crest, and that way we will be able to get discounts on our alts. So that's where the monk's sitting with his item level. And here's a quick and exciting update on his IO. So we started last week at 2853, and during the stream on Sunday, we tried to push some keys. I was heavily focused on either getting a City of Threads, a Stone Vault, Siege of Borealis, or Grim Batol. So primarily we got lucky and caught up with some old friends, and they had a few City of Threads, so we started just trying City of Threads. We made 4 attempts at City of Threads, and finally we ended up timing the 4th one. We had 1 full wipe at the end of the key because we double pulled the ads just before the last boss, but other than that, it was a very clean run. So I'm so glad that I finally timed a 12 City of Threads. So bringing our IO up from 2853 to 2879. We are so close to the 2900 mark. I believe we can get it just timing 1 more 12. So maybe next weekend we will focus on Stone Vault and see if we can get that timed out of 12, because I do believe that's doable as well. All right, and with that, let's jump in and open the Monk's Vault. First thing we're taking a look at is making sure we are in Windwalker spec, because the weapon and the trinket that we need both drop in Windwalker, including Mad Queens, right? So let's open the vault, see what we get. Here's hoping to something good. We got 2 heroic raid slots, we got 3 mythic dungeon slots, and the verdict is not looking good. Ugh. All right, so we do have Sikrin's and Endless Arsenal trinket at heroic, and then we also have heroic risk. So unfortunately, nothing of value in the raid slots. In our mythic slots, we have a mythic track head, which we already have. We have another tier mythic track head, no tertiary, so kind of pointless. And then we also have mythic track feet, but I do believe I have mythic track feet in my bag already. So we are looking at a heartbreaking week and taking tokens, which we can use to get a couple sockets, because I do need sockets in some of my gears. So another week, another set of tokens. Let's get our gear socketed, but that is so unfortunate on the monk. But we do get to start with a 12 Arakara. Now that should be an easy push to start the week off. And just quickly, with the 2 sockets we got, we did put them in our head and our belt, and we grabbed a Versatile Onyx for the Mastery and Verse, and then we also grabbed the Deadly Onyx for the Mastery and Crit bonuses, since I'm already running a lot of Verse and Crit, or Crit and Verse gems. So that's what we grabbed with our socket upgrades. And that is it on the monk. And so what is the plan on the monk? I'm excited to push the monk IO. The monk feels very, very good in keys, and I'm doing 12s. I feel very confident. I feel very, very strong. There are some keys like Stone Vault, certain pulls are kind of scary where I can't get my stagger down below a decent amount, which is a little frightening, but I think I can deal with that. I can figure out what's going wrong there and review some logs and see how I can on some of the bigger pulls I do with the ads. And then outside of Mythic Plus, I am very excited to continue our Queen Anserac Mythic prog. We are at 49%, I believe, is our best pull, and we're about 100 pulls in. Now at 49%, we're only getting to the platform phases, so the boss HP isn't going to drop more from there. It's how far we can get into the platform phase. We've reached the point where we're almost consistently getting to the platform phase, and what we're learning now is the teleports, since players need to take the portal and go to the other side, and you're actually limited on how much time you have to kill each ad. So that is something we're now working through, and obviously you just got to get the reps in and get used to that. So I'm very excited to continue that. The Mythic Queen Anserac fight so far feels very much like the heroic fight, except they've added a few mechanics, which is expected, but it does feel very good to prog right now. I am definitely enjoying it. I think it's a very main fight. I'm curious on how P3 is going to look once we get to that final platform, and how we're going to deal with the ads and the orbs and all of that. I'm looking forward to it. Tune in Tuesdays and Thursdays. I will be streaming the raid, so you guys take a look at how that is going. And then with the monk as well, I will be working on doing some of the like storyline quests. I've finished all of the campaign stuff on my DK, and I've done all the side quests on the DK. So now, because my monk is my main, I want to focus on the next set of campaign quests on him, so I'll be working on those achievements as well. And that's kind of where the monk's at and what the plan is for week 17 on him. All right, and here is a character I am so excited to open the vault for. The mage will have 3 dungeon slots altogether, and 2 of them will be at mythic tier, because I did 4 10s on the mage. So just a quick overview, he is up to 614 iLvL now, and currently sitting at 2165 IO. So really, I've been kind of blasting on him, and it feels really, really good to play the mage right now. So let's take a look at what he has in his vault. Arcane, I still need to learn where to get my damage when I'm outside of my cooldown, so I'm hoping that I can kind of figure out how that looks. But let's take a look at what we get. We want to take a mythic track piece, so we've got a trinket. I've never even heard of this trinket. I may take a look at where this sits in our trinket priority. And then we also have a cloak, which is crit verse. I believe this is good for us, so let me just double check what the stat prio is on the mage and where this trinket actually sits. And then we also have the neck piece, which is a huge upgrade, but I don't know if this is one of our better ones. So let me just take a look at what this arcane mage actually needs. All right, so I ran a bunch of sims to kind of see whether this trinket is beneficial or not. Now, I don't think in a single target scenario it's going to be the best trinket, but because I do mainly Mythic Plus on this guy, and we're doing 10, so 4 and Tyrannical, it may be beneficial. I did run a sim if I were to get a 626 Sack Brood. The trinket at 623 is a 14k DPS increase. The trinket, the Sack Brood at 626 is a 20k DPS increase, but this at 639 is a 24k DPS increase. So I think I'm going to take this trinket. Now, both the trinket and the neck are massive upgrades, because my second trinket and my neck piece are 593 still, but I'm going to take the trinket from the highest DPS increase. I can run Stone Vault to try to get a trinket, neck piece, or whatever. So I think because we can run 10s, we can focus on getting a heroic track neck from a key, while we're going to take the mythic track upgrade because it's the most significant upgrade in regards to DPS and iLvL on the mage once we upgrade it to 639. And the mage starts off with an 11 necrotic wake. If we slap this on, we go to 616, so another 2 item level increase. Really happy with the mage. I'm going to be playing him a little more because it's a lot of fun. And we're going to jump in and talk about the mounts we got this week. We got 4 new mounts this week. 3 of them are from the trading post. 1 of them is from the Ashkahet Renown, so let's jump right into it. The first one here is the Brilliant Sunburst Peafowl. Definitely a trading mount. Now, I was so excited when I saw this mount because it fits perfectly with my Rogue's Transmog, as you guys saw at the beginning of the video with the wave. So yeah, very happy with this one. I have favorited it. I absolutely love it. I'm going to use it all of the time. It is my Rogue's permanent mount, so I'm really happy with this one. That's the first one we got from the trading post. And the next mount we got from the trading post is the Savage Alabaster Battle Turtle. I really like this mount as well. I love how it goes into its shell when you use the mount special. So probably not a mount I'll use often, but I do like the model. I like the cannons on the side. It's like a little rocket ship. But yes, this is the other one we got from the trading post. And the final mount we got from the trading post is the Jeweled Copper Scarab. This is basically just a reskin of a beetle mount. It looks almost like a bronzy type one. Well, that's why it's the Copper Scarab. So yeah, definitely a mount that, you know, it's a +1 to the collection. Not sure if I'll use it too often, but yeah. And the last mount we got is from the Ashkahet Renown 23. It is the Heritage Undercrawler. It's another spider mount. I believe there's 3 of them in total. I think I have them all now. So this is the final mount we needed from Renown in Ashkahet. And it is another +1 to our mount collection. And last up, we're going to do some rapid fire mailbox openings. We have a 17K mailbox opening. Now, we started last week at 1,920K gold. And we should see a pretty decent increase over the amount that we got week over week. So something we did do is pull out about 60K gold and give it to some of our alts to recraft. So we did drop down to 1,860,000 gold, and now we are just kind of seeing what that brings us back up to once we deposit all of our mailbox gold. The Hunter this week definitely has a pretty decent mailbox, 22K, not bad at all. A lot of this week was selling crafted gear, so some of the blades that you can craft, Fell Iron gear that you can craft, and a lot of the Shadow Legendary stuff definitely sold as well. So there's another 22K mailbox. And just another quick 13K mailbox here, nothing of importance to talk about more, like I said, Fell Iron stuff, etc. So yeah, not a huge mailbox here either. All right, a pretty decent mailbox here, 34K, not bad at all. We sold a couple breastplates that are worth quite a bit. Again, Shadowlands crafted gear, it sells really, really well. So 34K mailbox here. Yeah, really nice seeing a 47K mailbox. We're gonna open that up and throw it into the war bag. Here's a nice little 40K mailbox. Now, the cool thing is I sold a big red ray gun toy for 25K and another one for 10K. So the price really fluctuates on these toys, but another nice 40K mailbox. And boy, am I excited for this one. So this is the main realm I sell on, and it has a 145K mailbox. That beats last week 130K. Now, big ticket items. Again, I had 3 of these glorious leg plates. All 3 sold 42K or higher. Here's a toy that sold. Oh man, this is exciting. We've got some more green items selling for 1,000. Shadowlands crafted gear. Here is the breastplate, a green breastplate. Here's another pair of the legs. Oh man, this is looking so good. This is a fantastic mailbox, 145K. So let's take a look at, after we open this, what are we now up to week over week when it comes to our warband gold. So if we take a look at where we started the week, we were at 1,920 going into week 16. We end at 2,180,000 gold. That is an increase of 260K. However, if you also add the 60K I took out to give to our alts to craft and everything, we actually made a net profit of 320K gold overall just from sales from the week. So we are going into week 17 at 2,180,000. So my goal now that I've hit 2 million gold is actually take anything over 2 million gold and start putting it into crafting, spreading out my auctions across potentially more realms. And I've considered even getting a second account paid for only by WoW Gold and buying tokens. That way I can kind of spawn certain rares or toys, and then that way we can keep throwing it on the auction house. So I would need to net at least 100K a week, with the WoW token being 300K gold right now. I think that's possible. So that is what I'm thinking of doing. First, I'm going to start with crafting professions and get those up to a state where maybe they can start producing some gold. But I'm very happy to see that we've made 2 million gold in a very short amount of time. And last week I didn't even do my material farm. So there is a lot of potential here, and I'm going to keep going week over week. And that is it for our week 16 recap. It has been a fantastic week. I've really enjoyed week 16. I was having fun playing the Mage. I was having fun playing the Monk. I'm enjoying the Mythic Queen prog. Having now reached a different mindset when it comes to depleting keys, it makes it enjoyable to go in there. If you fail a key, you go to the next one, you try again. It does still suck having to go do the 11s to push him up to 12s, but at the end of the day, I am enjoying Mythic Plus and kind of just pushing. Now, looking into week 17, we're going to continue doing more of the same same things we've been doing. I'm super excited to see where we can get our Mythic Queen Answer prog down to. If we can get through the platforms this coming week, we should go below the 49% prog we're at right now. So tune into those on Tuesdays and Thursdays so you can see how our progression goes. And then I'm going to try to play the Mage a little more because I am having fun DPSing. It's something completely different, and Arcane Mage just feels so good. When you're blasting and seeing all those arcane orbs and arcane missiles going nuts, it feels so satisfying. So it's been nice going from mainly playing tanks to trying out a DPS. So you'll see a little more of that this week, potentially on stream on Sunday. And then of course I'm going to try to get the last 3 12s I need on my monk, and then try to push a little higher after that. We may do the push for 3k. That is a big maybe, as you know, once you start getting to 13s it gets a little more challenging. So we will see what the plan is there. And then lastly, as you can see, the gold farming has been going well. Maybe I can give you guys some updates on crafting professions and how those are going and if they're making any money yet, but that's kind of where some of my goals are going to be going. I'll probably take the 180k right now and just recraft a lot of the Shadowland stuff and spread it across all of the realms I'm auctioning on and go from there. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic week and a great new year so far. I look forward to hearing from you guys down in the comments about how your week is going, what you've been up to, if you're still playing, have you changed your spec, have you changed your classes, are you still progging Mythic? Let me know down in the description below, and until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.